Now, the biggest stories on the South Coast from the WBSM Newsroom. This is WBSM News.
On Monday morning, Governor Charlie Baker and other officials cut the ribbon on the new Freetown commuter rail station. The event marked what MBTA General Manager Steve Puftak called a, quote, major step for the long-awaited South Coast Rail project.
This ribbon cutting celebrates the completion not only of the new Freetown commuter rail station, but the completion of the Fall River secondary line of South Coast Rail, which is a major step for us to bring service to New Bedford, Fall River, and the surrounding communities in late 2023.
According to Governor Baker, the South Coast Rail service has been at least 30 years in the making. It's a criminal summons for the Fall River teacher fired late last month for allegedly engaging in, quote, inappropriate communications with someone believed to be a high schooler. According to court records, 29-year-old Daniel Levin, a former teacher at Atlanta's charter school, is facing a criminal summons on a charge of dissemination of obscenity to minors. Levin was fired on November 21st for online messages he exchanged with an unknown person believed to be a sophomore at the high school. A police report details the messages, which include an inappropriate photo. The teacher has been summoned to court for December 16th. Christopher Keeley, the suspect in the double murder in Marshfield last week, has waived extradition in Florida. Yesterday, the 27-year-old appeared in a Miami courtroom via video link to answer to a fugitive from justice charge. Keeley is accused of killing Carl, known as Buddy, and Vicky Matson in their Marshfield home 1 week ago, after the couple had allowed him to stay with them. Their dog was also later found dead in the house. Charges have been dropped against a man accused of stealing a car with a child inside in Providence. The incident happened on November 29th. The vehicle was stolen on Broad Street and was found abandoned at the Omni Hotel in Providence, with the child physically unharmed. 50-year-old Osvaldo Vasquez was placed under arrest based on a witness identification. But WPRI-TV reports Vasquez was cleared through surveillance footage from inside Providence Place. Police say the real suspect is still on the loose, and they're continuing to investigate. New details are being released about last month's bank robbery on Martha's Vineyard now that the charges against the defendants have been federally upgraded. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, investigators found an apparent attempt to burn evidence of the heist from November 17th at the Rockland Trust Bank in Tisbury. The suspects allegedly set fire to their walkie-talkies and one of the masks they used. Authorities also found 2 loaded handguns buried in the ground. This was all at a farm in Tisbury that was used by a local landscaping company, which employed Mikel Jones, one of the men who was arrested. Several Cape Cod hotels that were hit with Americans with Disabilities Act lawsuits have seen the cases dismissed. The Cape Cod Chronicle reports the plaintiff, Robert Petropoulos of Peabody, died last month. Petropoulos, who filed similar suits against hotels elsewhere in the state, alleged there were handicap accessibility violations at the Orleans Waterfront Inn, the Viking Shores Motor Inn in Eastham, the Eventide Resort Motel and Cottages in Wellfleet, and the June Crest Hotel in Truro. In sports, the Celtics remain red hot after a 116-110 win over the Raptors in Toronto, winning 7 of their last 8 games. Boston visits Phoenix on Wednesday. But the Bruins fell 4-3 to the Vegas Golden Knights in a shootout yesterday for their first home loss of the season. It ended the Bees' record home game win streak of 14. The Bruins are now 23-1 and will visit Colorado tomorrow. Now for a look at your local forecast from ABC 6.
A weather front and low pressure system approach us from the west. Will stay mild right through Thursday, in fact, with temperatures today getting near 55 under a cloudy sky. Could be a spot evening shower. Those temperatures drop to 45 overnight with periods of rain late. Periods of rain sticking with us on your Wednesday. From the ABC 6 Weather Center, I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Nick Morganelli on New Bedford's News Talk Station, 1420 WBSM.
At the moment, it is 48 degrees and cloudy. I'm Kate Robinson for WBSM News. Stay up to date with New Bedford's News Talk Station, 1420 WBSM, and get breaking news alerts and podcasts with the WBSM app.